kind of think he's a goner. Is this the right move? Is there more value in trading Garoppolo now or keeping him on the roster a little longer?
I could jump ahead right here because this is a
Sure.
topic I'm very passionate about. You guys can kind of feed off me. So the way
Sure.
I see it, if you get Garoppolo, if you trade him for a first-round pick, there's significant value there. But if you're looking at a second-round, third-round pick, a guy who could potentially start or a guy that could step in, it's not going to be a major impact player there. And you just got to reflect on what the 49ers went through last season. And, of course, with this quarterback that you're going to draft third overall, you're hoping that they can be durable. You're hoping that they could stay healthy. But what if they can't? What if they can't? It's going to pay off to have two competent rosters on the two competent quarterbacks on the roster. And I like the idea of having two guys go at it, duke it out. Who's going to be the starting quarterback week one? I don't like the sense of entitlement. You just give the rookie quarterback the keys to the franchise. Let these two guys go at it. If the 49ers had a second competent quarterback on the roster, they would be in the playoffs last year. They would have made the playoffs. So for me, there's more value keeping a guy that knows the system around, a guy that has big game experience, a guy that was in the Super Bowl 14 months ago. It makes sense keeping him around unless you get an offer you simply can't turn down. And I know that it can create some friction in the locker room. There's going to be guys riding with Jimmy G. There's going to be guys riding with the rookie. There's potential there for things to kind of get a little tense in the locker room. But at the end of the day, it's a good problem to have two quarterbacks who can get the job done. We know Jimmy Garoppolo can win football games. He just can't stay healthy. And if this rookie comes in and beats out Jimmy Garoppolo, great. In the events the rookie gets hurt, goes through a really ugly stretch, you have a quarterback behind him who can step in and lead this team. The 49ers Super Bowl window is wide open right now. Wide open. George Kittle, Nick Bosa, if these guys stay healthy, you need to be able to capitalize this season. It's going to be more likely to reach the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster opposed to trying to accomplish something that's never been done before and winning a Super Bowl with the rookie quarterback. Yes, this is a great team in place. Rookie quarterback has, I'd say, never in my lifetime stepped into a situation like that where the team's pretty loaded on both sides of the ball. But I think there's more value keeping Garoppolo around. There's more good than harm, in my opinion.
Nick's definitely not passionate about this topic, I can tell you. Like, he's really holding everything in.
Yeah, but, please express yourself next time, Nick.
Right, absolutely. And I love you for it, Nick. But you're wrong. He needs to be traded. And the reason for that is I don't think that this offense is going to be the same offense that Jimmy Garoppolo can be successful in. I think that they're going younger. They're going more mobile. Obviously, I know all the smoke, and we're going to talk about it with Mac Jones. I don't think Mac Jones is going to be the pick. I think that they're ready to start fresh with the new system, new plays, open up Kyle Shanahan's playbook. And I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo's a fit anymore. You know, that whole notion that two good quarterbacks is what a team needs, or two starting caliber quarterbacks is better than one starting caliber. I mean, that didn't work well in Miami, right? It basically shot the confidence of Tua. You know, they had Tua start the first three quarters, and then Fitzpatrick came in and did the fourth. Yeah, it was just a mess. You saw it happen with the Eagles as far as like Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts, and that didn't work out. And then you saw it basically ruin the rookie quarterback in Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers just outplayed him, and now this rookie quarterback probably will never see the field, and his career is probably never going to get a jump start because he'll never get a chance to play. I haven't seen it where two good starting quarterbacks helps. We even saw Montana and Steve Young. You had to get the GOAT out of here to let Steve Young prosper. So we gotta let the new guy come in, have the confidence, and I think Kyle Shanahan's changing his offense, and I don't think Jimmy G is the type of quarterback that will be successful in the new offense that Shanahan starts instilling.
I agree with Suneil. I've been on the side kind of a little bit of wanting to keep Garoppolo, but the more and more that I've thought about it as this process has gone along, the more I feel like they need to move him because they need that the new guy that's come in, and he's got to establish himself as a leader. He's got to be the guy that they've all got to fall in line with him because he's the guy that's going to carry the team moving forward. If they want it, they have Rosen. I have a feeling there might be a trade, of a 5th round pick or something like that for a veteran. I think that's where you might get a guy that's going to be able to come in and compete with him. I have a feeling that you might see the guy from Jacksonville brought in, Gardner Minshew, possibly to compete for the starting role, be your backup, and then
I just don't like his whole thing. But yeah, keep going on.
Well,
his whole presentation.
Come on, you like the jean jacket and the cowboy
love
hat,
the jean
right?
jacket and this handlebar mustache. Yes, you're right.
But going to what Suneil said, because I remember those days real well. The whole in '87 and '88, those teams struggled with the 49ers, and a lot of the reason that they struggled was because of that friction between Steve Young and Joe Montana. It wasn't until after Walsh left and after '88, going into '89, that and Seifert came in and he pretty much said Joe's the guy, and they rode with Joe. All throughout '89, except for one game, and that team just took off. All of a sudden, the struggles that you saw in '87 and especially in '88 went away. In '89, they were at the top of their game. In '90, they were right there on the verge of going back for the third straight time. So I think they've got to move on from him. I think that's the best case scenario for the franchise moving forward.
Grant, you really you really froze.
What?
You made that face and you really froze like that first. I realized
That's not funny.
it was like for 10 seconds though. I thought I was worried about you there for a second.
You guys all made really good points. This was one of the more passionate discussions we've had so far, and I'm trying to find a middle ground here because I like everything you guys have said. I really feel like I agree with Nick. I don't like the idea of just giving the team to a rookie. A lot of people on this team like Jimmy Garoppolo. They went to a Super Bowl with him 14 months ago, and to just take it away from him because he got hurt and give it to a kid that no one has seen on the field seems could be tough too. Could be a tough sell. All I'm saying is, if the most you're going to get from Jimmy is a 5th round pick, there's no rush to trade him now. What you could do is keep Jimmy through camp and let him lose. Let him lose. Let the whole team see that this rookie's better. Because you don't know if it's Mac Jones, if it's Justin Fields, if it's Trey Lance. You don't know. You've never seen him on an NFL practice field. Bring him in. Make sure that you got it right. Make sure that he's better than Jimmy. Trade him mid-August. I mean, didn't the Eagles do that with Sam Bradford? They had Wentz. They had Bradford. They let it play out. They got rid of Bradford. I mean, I just feel like you don't have to do it this weekend. If you wait 2 months and then get a pick next year, okay.
And that's something that Bonte Hill brought up on my show. I had Bonte on a week ago or so. And, remember the Seahawks, they gave Matt Flynn all this money to come in and be their starting quarterback after he had his couple good games with the Packers. That's almost kind of like what the 49ers did with Jimmy Garoppolo when Matt Flynn lit it up with the Packers, signed with the Seahawks. Then Russell Wilson came in and started. They decided, hey, the rookie's better than you. Just like you touched on, Grant, there's no rush to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. And here's one more thing. And this idea I've kept alive was really a lot of air got sucked out of that balloon after what Kyle Shanahan said at his press conference. But a scenario that nobody was really talking about. What if this rookie comes in and he's not ready to go? We see it all the time in the NFL. And let's say Jimmy Garoppolo starts and he has a season where the team wins 12, 13 games, somewhere in that range. His value is going to be as high as it was last season, where you could arguably maybe get a first for him. And that's something nobody is talking about. Like if Jimmy Garoppolo leads the 49ers to having to the playoffs, his trade value is going to rise because this rookie's not guaranteed to be a lock right away to lead this offense to 30 points a game like we saw last year with Jimmy Garoppolo. There's no need to trade him right now. Yes, Grant, go ahead.
Also, John Lynch said that too. He said that at his press conference. He was like, we have a good situation for a rookie because we don't have to play him right away. We have Jimmy. We can wait till he's ready. There's been examples of quarterbacks who've had adverse effects from playing too soon. He said that. Was that yesterday? 2 days ago? I'm losing track of time.
There's a couple things here. You talk about the Russell Wilson deal. Russell Wilson deal, then the Sam Bradford deal in Philly. Neither one of those guys that they were replacing were guys that were coming in that had already established themselves in the locker room as a guy that had taken their team to the Super Bowl. So they didn't have any kind of history there. That's one of the things that you got to remember there too. I had another point that I lost. So
we got
Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick. You know what I mean? That's like having CJ Beathard, right? 3rd round pick, and then being like, we gotta give the reins to him. It's not. They didn't know Russell Wilson was going to be Russell Wilson, so they brought in another.
Well, the point was that they let the two guys compete. And the rookie went out, and that's what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo. So be it. And I see a lot of people, I'm following along in the comment section about how he's such an outrageously expensive backup quarterback if he loses the competition. Well, where's that money going to go right now anyway? Free agency's over. You still have enough money to extend Fred Warner. What do you need that money for right now? I know you want to move on, Grant. I just wanted to throw that last part in.
Well, you guys have to leave in 23 minutes, so I think we should finish up. BMF Ranger says
100%.
Mac is kind of small. He will get hurt behind our current O-line. Alabama protection was better. Yeah, I agree with that. Johnny Ellis says, is it possible that Kyle Shanahan is tired of getting destroyed by mobile quarterbacks and is ready to get with the program? You think Kyle Shanahan has
Let's hope
changed?
so.
You think Kyle Shanahan's had a change of heart? He had an epiphany. He was standing in front of the mirror of truth and was like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the mirror was like, not you anymore because of CJ Beathard. And he was like, damn, I got to do better. No. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Here's the one thing I'll say about that is that you got to remember now, he's had two quarterbacks in his career. Two of his better quarterbacks. RG3 was having a heck of a season in 2012. Jimmy Garoppolo in 2018 that he lost due to knee injuries while they were running.
That's right.
You know, the RG3 one, I know that his final knee injury came in the playoffs, but he had injured that knee on a scramble against Baltimore a few weeks before that, and then the Garoppolo injury as well. So that's got to, I wonder how much of that is playing into his mind as to what he's thinking here too.
I mean, I watched an interview of his just a few years ago where he was talking about how mobility in a quarterback helps the zone run game actually play out better. And that's something that he hasn't been able to utilize because he hasn't had a quarterback that could actually be mobile and be a threat with his legs. I think that he has changed his tune, and I think that, you know, we're going to get a mobile quarterback tomorrow.